Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kami and I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on Postmark, eBay, and Mercari, and today we are going to be talking about Postmark. So I wanted to do a somewhat quick video going over the Postmark fee structure change that went into effect today, October 3rd. This video will most likely come out tomorrow, but Postmark sent out an email on October 2nd advising that there was going to be a complete overhaul of their fee structure and that it was going to be effective as of October 3rd, the day that I'm filming this video. So there are some interesting dynamics to this fee structure change. So I wanted to go over those and talk about my opinions, my speculations as to what could happen regarding sales and purchases, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the changes. All right, I started on Poshmark reselling just my own clothes. So I guess you wouldn't even call it reselling, just selling my own clothes and my husband's clothes that we just no longer used. I started in May of 2020 actually reselling. So I would go out thrift stores, garage sales, purchase clothing, and sell them on Poshmark. Poshmark was the OG platform for me. It wasn't until 2021, 2022 that I started selling on Mercari. And then in 2022, I also started selling on eBay. So Poshmark had the highest percentage fee of any of the platforms that you can resell on, and it was a flat 20%. So if it was $15 or more, it was 20%. If it was under $15, it was a flat $2.95. And that was, you know, a relatively high percentage. However, Poshmark handles all the return processes. Their shipping is made very easy. There's a lot of things that I think went into that percentage that equated to, you know, some benefits on our side as sellers as well as for buyers. Buyers did not pay any additional fees or transaction fees or anything like that. They would pay just the purchase price of the item or the bundle of items, the sales tax if applicable in their state, as well as the shipping unless you know, as the seller gave them free shipping or discounted shipping, but they would pay whatever shipping that you didn't pay. And on the seller side, we would get the purchase price minus any shipping discounts and then minus that 20% off of that purchase price. Now, there are definitely some changes and it is a little bit convoluted, if you will. It's kind of fees from different directions. So the first thing is now buyers are also going to be paying some fees. Buyers and sellers will pay the same fees on either side. And I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. So I'm going to go over the structure of this new fee plan and then talk about why I'm not sure how I feel about that. So for both the buyers and the sellers, we will be paying 5.99% of the total purchase price. Now, that does include the actual purchase price of the item or the bundle of items, any applicable sales tax, as well as shipping. So instead of just getting paying off of a percentage of the price of the actual item or items, it is now inclusive of all those additional fees. So it is a less percentage, but it is a percentage on a greater total than previously. In addition to that, buyers and sellers will pay either $1, $2, or $3 depending upon that total purchase amount. So if it is under $15, it'll be $1. If it is between $15 and $49.99, it'll be $2. And if it is over $50 or $50 and over, it will be $3. So that is, I'm not really sure why they did that. I think it's very confusing as far as, you know, on our side, trying to calculate that. Whereas before you could just think, okay, if I sold something for 50 bucks, I'm gonna get 40 bucks. Poshmark's gonna take $10. That's 20%. Now we kind of have to just wait and see whatever fees, you know, Poshmark lists as they're charging us. In addition to that, like I mentioned, buyers also will pay that same fee. Mercari earlier this year changed to buyers paying fees and sellers paying no fees at all. I was unsure about that when that came out. However, my sales have actually increased on Mercari than before. So, you know, I'm not really sure how that equates, but I've also heard other people say the same. I've also heard people say that Mercari just kind of dropped off for them. They quit making sales in general. So I think it affected different people different ways. It also can depend on what you're selling, how much you're selling it for, etc. So there's also outside factors included in that. I'm not sure how I love this fee structure that Postmark is giving. One, because like I mentioned, it's a little bit convoluted. There are 2 different tiers and 2 different fees that you have to pay. And it's kind of like they're going from a previously simple fee process to something that's a little bit more difficult. And then in addition to that, now the buyer also has to pay a fee. I recently did make a purchase on Poshmark and I paid, I think in total about $36 and some change. And I calculated that if this fee structure had been in place when I made that purchase, I would pay roughly about $4.50 in fees in addition to the $36 I paid. I paid full shipping, paid taxes in my state, as well as the purchase price of the item that I purchased, which was a pair of shoes. So while the fee for that isn't super high, that is additional that customers now have to think, do I even want to purchase this because there's an additional fee that I am having to pay. Poshmark has come out and said that this is a buyer's assurance fee, buyer protection fee, and they already provided buyer protection before. So for them to say that now this fee is going to be covering that is a little strange to me. I feel like they're trying to pass it off as a benefit to the buyer when the buyer already had that benefit before without paying that fee. In addition to that, by most calculations, because they're getting 5.99% on both the buyer side and the seller side, plus that $1, $2, or $3 fee, they can make more than their 20% that they were making previously. So I'm thinking that's kind of why they have restructured it like this. It gives sellers a little bit more money in their pocket. Buyers have to pay more though, but Poshmark makes a little bit more money. Poshmark is a business. They're not, you know, not for profit. You know, they do have to make, they have to make money. However, I just think this was kind of a strange way to do it. So we'll see if it goes back to the 20%. I did already make a sale today that was $50, and I will put right here kind of the breakdown of what those fees were that I had to pay. And I did make more money than I would have with just the 20%. So I am getting a little bit more money with this new fee structure. However, my concern is, will customers who are wanting to purchase my items, you know, may not want to anymore because of the fee that they're going to have to pay. In addition to, will they be expecting, you know, more shipping discounts? Will they be expecting a lower purchase price to make up for that fee? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm interested to see how this turns out. Like I mentioned, I also sell on Mercari and eBay, so I think it's really important to not have all your eggs in one basket, because if sales plummet on Poshmark, I still have Mercari and eBay to kind of fall back on. This is also not my full-time income. Like I mentioned, I am a part-time reseller. I have a normal 9-to-5 job, and I am lucky in that case because I don't rely on this money as income to pay my bills. I use it for extra, you know, vacations, paying off my car a little bit early, and you know, that sort of thing, bulking up my savings. But I know that a lot of people do rely on this income from reselling to live, to pay their bills. So it'll be really interesting to see how this kind of plays out, if there'll be any additional changes to it, how much backlash Poshmark will get from not only sellers, but buyers as well. So let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you've seen, just within the 1 to 2 days that it has been active with this new fee structure, if you've seen a decrease or an increase in sales. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out and check out some of my other playlists for other thrift hauls, some what sold videos, ship with me's, those sort of reselling related content videos. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.